Hi everyone, I'm Janie Bloggin, and I'm so excited to do this video. I've been wanting to do this video for literally years, and I finally am making myself do it to bring you guys the latest information on blogging and how to get started. If you want to get started blogging, keep watching to the end of this video. Before we go any further, please hit that subscribe button. So before you figure out what it is that you want to blog about, there's some key things that you want to be doing, right? What you first want to do is start a fresh new email that's going to be just for your blog. Say you're going to be blogging about dog breeding. You want it to be, or it could be something as simple as puppiesrus.com or I love puppies. Just something that's going to contribute to what your blog is going to be about. Or like me, I just want to blog about blogging. So I can pretty much blog about anything. And I try to make everything easy, simple, 1, 2, 3. That's why mine is Janie Bloggin's Just a Plain Blog. Step 2, very simple. You want to pick a blogging platform. Okay. So me personally, I use Blogspot. I've been using it for a very long time now. I think since like 2008 or so. So I'm comfortable with it. I like to use it. It's very plain, it's very simple, nothing too fancy. However, it does require you to know some CSS and some HTML. If you're not familiar with those things, you might want to pick an easier blog like WordPress, Wix, or Squarespace. Even Substack is a little bit easier. So all of these platforms have their benefits. Like Substack is good for subscriptions. Wix is good for product and e-commerce. WordPress is very user-friendly and it's easy to get started. So depending on your level of knowledge, that's what you should go with. If you want a detailed video on each of these blogging platforms, let me know in the comments which ones you want, and I'll go ahead and make a video about that. Okay, moving on. Step 3 is you really do want to choose a niche or direction. The simplest one would be something like lifestyle blogging. And so you can kind of go into cooking, or you can go into photography, or you can go into travel, or you can go into coaching or manifestation, whatever subject matter you want to talk about. If you're not quite sure yet, then I would suggest you start with lifestyle blogging or something along those lines. So it'll be easy. You could do a day in the life of, you can talk about what happened throughout your day while you're maybe dyeing your hair, right? Not too hard, but then when you get, or not too difficult, but then you get into several different subjects, or you see that your viewers like one specific subject more than the other, you want to focus on that. And you kind of want to let your audience guide what topics you focus on. So you want to ask yourself, what do you love talking about? What do people ask me advice for? What do I want to be known for? Start with one clear theme, and then you can pivot later. Step 4, which is important, you want to think about your brand lightly, not so much. You want to think about your blog name. It could be puppiesrus.wordpress.com, or you can choose something like a day in the life of dogs. You don't need to drop $5,000 on branding. If you got it, that's cool. But if you don't have it, this is a way that you can start and build to that. You want to come up with a logo, right? That's why lifestyle blogging is easy. Or if you want to be like an influencer, it's easy because you can just use your name, or you can use a surname, however it is that you want to do it. You also want to choose a color palette. And I would even Google the psychology of colors. For example, if you want to do, if you're in the beauty industry and you want to blog about nails or hair, the standard is usually white, black, and pink. Or if you want to talk about nature or do pictures, it's usually blue, green, more earthy tones, depending on what you want your audience to feel. I highly suggest Googling that. And if you want me to do a video on that, I can do that. I'm a graphic designer, went to school for it, so I studied color theory, and I know the psychology of colors and how it affects people's mind and subconscious to make you more visible. Also, you want to think about what font you're going to use. You want it to be easy. You want it to be readable. Say you want to make t-shirts or sell merch. You want to be able to put that on your t-shirts and merch. You don't want to have to rebrand once you're further into your blog. And step 5, last but not least, you want to pick social media that you're going to want to be sharing your blog on predominantly. If you already have social media, that's great. And you have a following on there, that's great. You just want to go ahead and add your blog on there. I highly suggest that you start a new blog and find your audience. If your personal blog is just full of friends and family that aren't really that supportive, then you're going to want to find your community. You're going to want to find your tribe. I would love to follow you on social media. Leave your handle below and I'll make sure that I get to that as soon as possible. And another thing, you don't need to be on every platform. So for example, Instagram is great for visuals and storytelling. Pinterest is amazing for traffic, especially for blogs. LinkedIn, if your blog is professional and educational, LinkedIn will support you. Shout out to my LinkedIn people. TikTok, if you're more into short form content or personality driven content, more for like influencing, and you want to create a handle that matches your subject. So again, if we're going with puppies, you want it to be the same thing as your domain, at Daily Dog or at Puppies R Us. So you want to keep it the theme. That's why it's important to do your research ahead of time to make sure your domain is available, to make sure your handles on social media will be available as well. You don't have to wait until everything is ready. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just motivating you to just start. Buy the domain, write the intro post, upload the first photo. Tell your people, blogging is not about perfection. It's about showing up as you go. I created Janie Bloggins, just a plain blog, to remind you that simple can still be powerful. If you got something to say, I would love to help you build it. So let's connect. I have a lot of tools and templates on my blog, and I'm building on that little by little. I've included the link in the description below. And if you follow me on all my social media platforms, I'll follow you back. And if you like the content in this video, there's more to come. Hit that subscribe button. I guarantee you that you'll get the help you need starting your blog on the right path. Thanks for watching and happy blogging.